What's going on, my fly happy family? It's your boy Izzy. Welcome if you're new. We gotta talk about what Kelsey Mitchell ended up stating about the new wave that Caitlin Clark brought, how it was detrimental to the mental health of the Fever and some of her family members and friends. We're about to get into it, man, but before we do that, y'all make sure you hit the thumbs up for your boy if you like the content. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We're trying to hit 17.4, so if you can help me out with that, I highly appreciate it. And don't forget to get in the comment section and let me know what y'all think about this. Let's get it. So Kelsey Mitchell was in an interview and she ended up saying these things about the new wave, right? And then how it was being a teammate to Caitlin Clark. Let's go ahead and get into it, man. I hope we did a good job of being there for you too, see. I gave her flowers early in the game because the eyes she brought shined a light on all of us too. So there's evidence that the WNBA players do get that Caitlin Clark brought some new eyes, some brighter lights, right? And that's helping the W. All right, but it goes on to say, but Mitchell says, with greater attention as a result of Clark's arrival came greater scrutiny, something that was particularly challenging as she grieved following the sudden death of her father, aged 56, which that's still kind of young, honestly. That was exciting in its own way, with the fans it brought to the arena and the opportunity it gave our squad, Mitchell explained. But I think in a weird way, the outside noise kind of made people forget sometimes that we're still human, if that makes sense. The microscope got smaller and smaller, and I don't think anybody was really thinking about the fact that my dad just died, or Katie Lou is a mom trying to figure out motherhood and being a WNBA pro all in one. You know, we all had real things we were going through. It actually brings me back to the Bucks coach. What was it, Mike Budenholzer? I forget his last name, but yeah, they ended up firing him after he lost his brother. He lost his older brother mid-playoffs, ended up losing, was that to the Heat? He lost to the Heat, and they ended up firing him. And I think he was a good coach, honestly. I think he was a good coach, but who could think about plays and strategizing against a team when you lose somebody so close to you? Like, I'm very close to my brothers. So I can only imagine the pain he was going through at the time and still having to perform at a high level. That's tough to do, man. Now, I don't want to sound harsh, but the truth of the matter is when people with a 9-to-5 lose a loved one, they get a week off or they get some days off, depending on who you lose. From my experience, you can't come back and underperform and expect your boss and your manager to give you grace about it. You know what I'm saying? So that's the harsh thing about it. And then honestly, you have to be careful with what you wish for, because you want people in your business, but at the same time, you don't want people in your business. Even with Katie Lou, man, parenthood is tough, right? So I was tough on her at the end of the season, going into the playoffs. You know, I was like, why is she playing? They need to take her out. And, you know, I didn't think about her motherhood and stuff like that. But parenting is very tough. So I understand that. I tilt my hat off to her. I have much respect for her for trying to be a parent and trying to hoop. I know they have to get the money. They need the money and stuff like that. I get it. But at the end of the day, man, it's going to always be about your performance on the court. You just got to do what you can. Be the best you can when you get out on the court and try to focus as much as you can. Or you got to take time away. And I know she didn't want to take time away because the Fever had a decent chance of getting to the playoffs and getting maybe to the next round even. But I do feel for her. I feel for her 1,000%, even Katie Lou. I'll be honest, the spectacle was unsettling sometimes. Some of the newer fans have been really hateful online to the incredible women in our league and to me and our Fever players as well. Now, I do want to note that she said the newer fans, right? She didn't just say Caitlin Clark fans. Now, Caitlin Clark was a huge piece of the new wave, but the entire wave was not Caitlin Clark, okay? Newer fans could be some of the fans that Angel Reese brought. Cameron Brink, Rakia Jackson. Like, it could be fans that they brought as well. But we leaned on each other to get through it. There were moments throughout the season when Katie Lou checked on me and I checked on her. Christy Wallace was there for me in Chicago when I couldn't hold back my emotions about my dad during shoot around. And she noticed and gave me a safe space to just bawl my eyes out. The W is new to the light. It was a very new thing. This wave was very fast on them. None of them was ready for it. Even the league commissioner wasn't ready for it. Nobody was ready for it. The organization wasn't ready for it. This light can be the most beautiful thing in the world, but it also can be the most terrifying thing in the world. If you're not ready for everything that comes with it, you're not going to survive it. This new light could bring you money, could bring you fans, can bring you the charter flights, all this stuff, right? It could bring you the best of the best. But there's also an ugly side to it that you just can't avoid. You can't avoid it. If you want these nice things, you gotta face the ugly with the money and all this other good stuff too. You can't just accept one side of it. You gotta accept every side of it. Whatever you can do to help your mental health, you should do it. But at the end of the day, it's not gonna stop. It's not gonna stop. It's not gonna get any better. I can tell you that right now. The bigger you are, the more people support, the more fans you have, the uglier it's gonna get. Y'all let me know in the comment section how y'all feel about what Kelsey Mitchell has said. Do y'all think people should care more about what the players are going through to adjust their expectations on their performances? Or do y'all think at the end of the day, you show up to work, you're expected to perform, man? Let me know in the comment section. I love y'all. Y'all keep it smooth.